We found out today that someone is using my wife's social security number, my sister-in-law's birth date, and then a name that doesn't belong to either of them to get insurance coverage through USAA. We were calling to get a quote, and since I'd been on USAA before, we were basically updating my account and then adding my wife to my account. But then when they ran the Social Security, they said, "Sir, this doesn't come back as belonging to your wife." I said, "It absolutely belongs to my wife." I said, "We've been married for 25 years. We've birth certificates, hospital records, everything. We've used my wife's social for all of it." They said, "Well, it comes back. The birth date doesn't match." I said, "What do you mean?" I said, "This is her birth date." He said, "Well, it comes back close to that." And they told me what the actual birth date was. I said, "That's her sister's birth date." And they said, "Okay, well, what's her name?" And I gave them my wife's sister's name. And they said, "No, that's not the name attached to it." I said, "Well, I don't really care whose name is attached to it." I said, "That's fraud, because this is, I have the Social Security card. This is my wife." So we had to go down to the police station, give them all of that information, file an identity theft report, open a case, then call USAA back and say, "Look, we have an open police case on this. This isn't her." What's wild is there's no other identity theft. Like, we've checked all the major websites. Our credit information is safe. Just somebody used her social with her sister's birth date and then another name. Like, how does that happen? And how does USAA give them a profile when running the social would show you that's not her birth date and that's not her name? Like, it just got entered in, forced into their system somehow. This is weird. So we'll update you if anything else happens, but that's weird. Anybody else have that happen to them? Because that's crazy.